Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to another afternoon of All the Mods 9. I'm Katiana. We are here in our woodland mansion, and behind me we have the start of a distillation tower, which I finally got the multi-block to form. It was being complicated, but I figured out what the problem was. The trick to a distillation tower is you have to have your output hatches stacked in the back. Once I figured that out, the multi-block formed successfully. Ha 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 ha. So I have the power. I have 2 energy in there. So I have it up to an EV level. Da 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 da. Oh, one moment, please. Discord. Too funny. So we had some adventures today. Yeah, it's adventures. Fun. So, we have all of 4 artifacts left to finish this page. We've got Snorkel, Cowboy Hat, Thorn Pendant, and Fire Gauntlet. So I shared on Discord. Hey, everybody, does anybody have one of these 4 items left I could trade? Something that I have extras of, if anybody does. And Potox is like, hey, I have an extra thorn pendant. Do you have a whoopee cushion? Because I don't have a whoopee cushion, and I would love to have a whoopee cushion. I'm like, sure, we have extra whoopee cushions. We can trade a whoopee cushion for a thorn pendant. I could not get over to Jello to make the trade. And one thing after another, we got that fixed so I could get over there. Potox had to run an errand for 10 minutes. And of course, it was the 10 minutes he was gone was when I visited him. Of course. So he was AFK on his server. And I was there, and he left for us to do the trade. So, are you there now that I can run back over and pick up the thorn pendant? All right. Give me. What? Wait. Let me run back over there. Drop some stuff off here. Those will be fewer things that I have to take off to safely traverse the universe. Okay. Going between our servers messes up the waypoints, so that is why everything is out of sorts. And I'm going to go dump, 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 dump. And I'm going to take all of this off, and this off, and take all of this stuff off. All of this stuff off, and take that off, take that off. Everything in here. So I is naked. It's just me in my beautiful cape. And we're gonna go to Jello. So we need to go to spawn. So here is spawn. And then from here, we're going to go visit Jello. Fingers, toes, and everything else crossed. This is going to work. Hello, Calyx. How are you doing? And if we're successful, we will pick up the Thorn Pendant, and then we will be down to 3 artifacts left for us to find. Grench has spent hours and hours and hours searching through the ruins, brushing away suspicious sand and gravel, trying to find these last 3 artifacts. I already left the whoopee cushion there for him. So he has the whoopee cushion. I just need to pick up the thorned pendant. So Potox is one happy man because he's got a whoopee cushion. Yep. He can fart again. He's a happy man. Grinch has done a ton of exploring. He's done a ton of archaeology with brushing stuff to try and find these artifacts to finish up this chapter. And so far, we have not had any luck. So, we thought we would try the trading option and see if that gets us where we need to go. I know District needs the obsidian skull. I have an extra one of that. Excellent. Yes. Logging into the game takes a long time. Transferring between servers takes a long time. So hopefully this will work. I see a Potox. This is a good sign. This is not a good sign. This is a bad sign. Okay. I have to restart the launcher. So there's the crash. Restart the launcher. Okay. We probably shouldn't have done this while streaming. Everyone will just talk among ourselves while we reboot the game. Royals won a game. Yay. Tennessee's managed to cut the lead down to 10 with 5:33 left to go. Houston has been so completely dominant. You are 17th out of 21 in your family bracket. Oh my gosh. That's a large pool and you are not doing well. I am currently second in our department office pool, which has 11. Oh, but you have a decent amount of available points left? Oh, well, that's good. So my entire tournament rests on the Auburn-Michigan State game because the person who is in first place picked Michigan State, and I have picked Auburn. So, both of us have Florida as our champion. So it's all going to come down to Auburn, Michigan State. That's going to separate which one of us bounces in front of the other one and has the lead going into the Final Four. So I haven't been like this close in the finals in years. Usually I have a bad upset in like the first weekend that takes me out of everything. Like the year that Purdue got upset first weekend, that knocked my entire bracket out because I had them as the champion and they get upset. And I'm like, really? Really? I could totally see Houston winning. I bounce back and forth between Florida or Houston, Florida or Houston. But like all season long, Florida has had such a complete team and been so good offensively, defensively, rebounding, three-point shooting. They've been so good at everything consistently. Duke's been playing well, especially the second half of the year. Houston's been really good. It was like really hard to pick. And then Michigan State, they've been so inconsistent. I'm like, so I'm like, I struggled a little bit once I got to my Final Four, but I'm like, I can't deny Auburn, so that's why I have Auburn over Michigan State, which basically gives me the 4 number 1 seeds. Then I had to pick the final 2 out of those. It was such a struggle. I really did struggle. So that's how I ended up with Florida, Duke. I think it was Florida Duke. Now I'm questioning myself. Was it Florida Duke? I think it was Florida Duke. Men bracket forward. Yeah, Florida Duke. I have Florida Duke in the final with Florida winning. Yeah, we're running everything through ESPN's challenge. ESPN's bracket challenge. It's so easy to form a group, do your brackets in there. Yeah, it's so easy. And then they have a second chance challenge that after the Sweet 16 you can enter. So I did that too on the off chance I could win something. My women's bracket is doing really well too. I'm within the top 100,000 brackets. But then the women's are much easier to predict because they are very chalky. They don't have anywhere near the number of upsets that the men do. But I have the same problem there, that once you get to the end, you're basically left with the number 1 seeds, and they're so good that trying to figure out which one's going to win between those number 1 seeds, it's tough. It's really tough. Okay, game is loading now. So in theory, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to be on Jello. Maybe? No, I'm back on Milkshake. Okay, so I need to come back to here, switch these back, and I just realized I forgot to bring... I need to bring that traveler's backpack. to make sure I have something to put the thorn necklace in. Spawn. Okay, so second try should work. So server Jello. Take me to Jello. So theoretically, the second try should work. You have a family winner's trophy and a loser's trophy. The loser's trophy is a horse's backside on top, and their travel trophy that we mail off to whoever wins is in charge of getting their name engraved for the year. Oh, that's awesome. We have a trophy too. It's a really old basketball. My boss's kids all played with it, so it's all worn down, really smooth. I mean, all the dimples are worn smooth from years of kids playing with it. And every year we have the winner write their name, the team that won, and the year on the basketball. And so we've got it, it's almost filled up. So we may have to actually get a new basketball so we can retire this one. Okay, we'll see if this one works. Hopefully this time it will work. No. I thought it was done loading, but apparently not. I may have moved too soon. That could be what caused the crash. All I did was turn around to look at you, and then boom. Okay, I'm standing here. I can see you. It's nighttime. I can see my traveler's backpack. I can see the mobs around behind us. You're moving. Are we done loading in? Do you think it's safe to move? You see my back, but not my front. Hey! Okay, your first hit. You're funny. What? What? Why is there a lion? Hello, Mr. Lion? Very cute lion. Ah, lovely. Thorn pendant. Okay, so we'll put these in this, well, okay. I put that inside the backpack, so it should travel back to Milkshake safely. Yes. And enjoy your farting life. I hope you pass wind cheerfully in the future. And, oh look, it's a wandering trader. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. Everywhere! And you are a Gatling gun. You have your draconic bow. Draconic bow equals Gatling gun. Yeah. Okay, so now we're going to reverse the process and go back to Milkshake. Or attempt to. You are very welcome for the farts. And like I said, if you find extras of the 3 we are looking for, please give a holler. And, oh no, not that. Okay, so we're going to go server, Milkshake, and boop. Today we are going to work on Mekanism. Now that we've got our trade out of the way, we need to get working on antimatter production. District today was working on extreme reactor production, which is another material we need to get working on. So those are two items which will be working on the third floor of the mansion. And we're almost out of mansion room. We've almost filled the entire mansion with Greg Tech, Magic, now Mechanism. We're almost out of room. So we're going to either have to dig a basement, which is one option, or build an extension, which is another option. Well, the Woodland Mansion only has 3 floors. So the first floor, I've got Greg Tech on one side, I have Magic on the other side. That covers the first floor. Yes, I know. I've run out of room. Second floor, I've got Greg Tech on one side. I have got Railcraft on the other side. Yes, this is definitely going to be a problem. There are definitely some very big reactors. Based on the size of what District was talking about this morning, he was building ones that were like 17 blocks tall. I think the distillation tower I was looking at today can be like 7. Well, I do have the roof. I have made it back to Milkshake. You don't need them just to touch them, so you'll let me know. Excellent. Yes, I am back to Milkshake. So I can go back to the lighthouse. And I can take this out and get my quest completed on this server. And we will put the necklace in there. Put our wooden sword here for when we have to visit Jello again in the future. Now we have to put everything back on. This is a process. We gotta put these things on first. Okay, armor, shield, trinket. So we're gonna put jetpack on. We're gonna put backpack on. We're putting deep mob learner, which wants to go to the wrong place. We're going to put you on, which wants to go to the wrong place. I'm gonna put you on, which wants to go to the wrong place. Rings, which wants to go to the wrong place. Bundle, belt, tempad, totem of undying, heart canister, which wants to go to the wrong place. Things for hands, that goes to... no. That's not right. That goes there, these go there, that goes there, that goes there, these go to my feet, and this goes... no, that goes there. Okay, that's everything. Pick up my stuff. Do. Lovely. Okay. Phew. We have our stuff back. Alright, so we'll go to the mansion, 3rd floor. Okay, so here's the 3rd floor. We have Mechanism machines going in the small room. And then we have this large room here for Mechanism, as well as the roof. So we do have room for really big stuff on the roof. No, it must be 7. It can be 3 to 7. I completed mine and it's 3, and the multi-block formed. You don't actually need to take any of that off when changing servers. The only issue is the backpacks will show as empty. Yeah, we were taking no precautions. We were taking all the precautions because we weren't sure what would happen. We were being uber careful. Didn't want to lose any of our items. We worked really hard to get all of these pieces of equipment, so taking no chances. No chances. And let me guess, my friends, the little guys, are gonna show up, aren't they? Aren't they? Just gonna sleep. But yeah, my distillation tower down here has formed with just 2 output hatches. I haven't made it the full 7 yet. It's over here. No, around here. So many hallways. Right here. Right here. See? Distillation formed, idling, and it's only 3. But it has plenty of room to go up to 7. So I'm probably going to go the full 7. Just because I know I'm going to probably need to go that full 7 for some of these recipes over, come on, quest book, over here. I'm guessing I'm going to need all 5 to get there, but I don't know. Oh. I thought you were talking about this one, because I think this one does go a max of 7 as well. 7 is a very popular number. Everybody likes 7. The reprocessing tower for me, yeah. I think the first reactor District made this morning, I think he went up to like 17 or something. I mean, it was very tall. Which if I'm making something that big, I can do that out here on the roof. Because obviously, I don't have a height limit out here. And I do have a ton of space. Because I have all of this out here available. There is a lot of room. I've got my brine tower started over here. But there's still all of this space out here to work with. So. Ooh. Need multiple towers? Okay, well it's a good thing I do have more space in that room then. Those things are not easy to make. They're slow. Because you need so much of the, stainless steel. I did improve my recipes for the components of the stainless steel, so that process got a little bit faster, but it's still a time-consuming cook. But, yeah, making a bunch of those is definitely not going to be a quick process, to be sure. But I have this open, so we are on the verge of getting to insane voltage, which this is frightening. But I do want to get these done so I have this check mark before I move on to insane voltage. That's the plan. Anyway. Oh, so we can get our reward for that. But I want today to get progress going on Mekanism. So we'd already worked on knocking out a bunch of the quests and a bunch of the machines down this quest line. So what we need to do is get the last few machines set up, or at least built, so that we can get started on making our lovely antimatter pellets. Oh, fun, 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 fun. So let's get back downstairs so we can get some more recipes in the system. And I'm going to have to get this not lighthouse. Mansion. Alright. So the last couple recipes down there are the chem washer. Have multiple EBS for some materials. See, now I thought about that. If I put the recipe in the same recipe in multiple EBFs, they'll all work for it. I thought I remembered that, but I couldn't remember if that confused refined storage or if refined storage would be kosher with it. It's been a while since I've used refined storage. That would help if we had multiple machines churning them out, for sure. They could share the wall. Yeah, I don't have them situated quite right for them to share the walls. And currently they all have different coils. And I wasn't sure how they would, since they have different coils, I didn't think they could share a wall if their coils were different. So until I get them all upgraded to the same tier of coil, I didn't think that would work to me to move them. Right, all have to have the same coil. That was my thought too. Because then I thought, well, maybe I could break them all down and move them so that they could be squished together and share walls. But I'm like, not until they have the same coils. So then I'm like, well, then I probably need to make 32 more of my top tier coil to get all of them upgraded to the top tier. So that was like where I left off that chain of thought, was to get them all upgraded to the same coil level. But I haven't gotten that far yet. It's just more like chain of thought than actual. Oh, I'm out of patterns. I have the chain of thought, but then I don't actually get to the getting it done part yet. Because then I get distracted by something else. I'm missing basic tank. How do I not have the recipe for a basic tank in here yet? Basic tank. I'm shocked I didn't have that. Okay. Yeah, that didn't take long at all. Alright, so that takes care of this one. Boom, boom. Then we need chemical crystallizer. Now this is going to be chem crystallizer. Here, here, here. Up to here. 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 Automate everything so you can just say, give me 32 more coils and I'm going to bed. See, okay. I try that, and I go to bed, and I get up in the morning, and the craft is still running. Because things get stuck in the middle. And I don't know if it's because when the server resets, it breaks the craft. And when the server comes back up, it doesn't pick up where it left off. It forgets where it was. I would totally also blame refined storage. Refined storage definitely does not play nicely with GregTech. So, if I had known then what I know now, I probably would have figured out a way to use AE2 for the GregTech section. Even if I was using refined storage for my main base, I would have been using AE2 over here as much as I hate it, because I think AE2 works better because of the tools. Yeah, it's refined storage and GregTech do not get along. So I've been making it work, and since I've gotten most of the machines with overlapping circuitry, I've gotten them spread out. There's a couple still that are overlapping that I still need to split out. Like, I know there's a couple assemblers. I still need to get another assembler made and split out. And there's another, what was the other one? It was an assembler and a chemical reactor, I think. I think it's an assembler and a chemical reactor I need to split. And the chemical reactor, every once in a while, it gets stuck. And it ends up with stray fluid in here that I have to clear out. But otherwise, it's worked better since I made the effort to get those things, the machines separated. It's done better. Not perfectly, but better. Okay. Now, I have not set up this whole system for 4xing my ores. I'm familiar with it, but I haven't set it up. Does this have... Where... That's setting up the reactor. And then this is setting up the... reactor and the antimatter pellets. Correct. Which is... here. So we have to go down this route here to make the polonium, right, which is making the reactor, which is making the polonium that goes up here to there. Okay. So then this is the induction matrix. Right. Okay. So we need to use our brine to get lithium dust. So we're going to need more thermal evaporation blocks. So let's make another group of these. And then we need another controller. Another valve. There's 2 valves. Make some more of these. Okay, So let's go upstairs. Around the corner to our Alright, so we're got here a setup making brine. And the brine is available in the system. So I should be able to export it from the system into another tower. So let's make another tower. Let's see. Put these on tier 2. Oop. That wasn't what I wanted. Stop. Controller. And we'll do I've got plenty left to do. 2 more of those. Then let's take. Where is an axe? What happened to the rest of the window? I don't remember taking the rest of this window down. Well, it's going to look better without a window than just partial glass. So we're going to take the rest of this down. Alright, so here is this. Let us put in the valves. So I'm going to need a valve to put in. See, I got the connection is right there. So we could put it right here on this side. There. And then we don't have power out here. We'll put this here. Come here. Here. And here. Okay. Then we're going to need an exporter. Which, did I have any more exporters here? No. Did I have any exporters here? No. Okay, so let's get an exporter here. And then I need cables. Cables. Alright, so we're going to extend this cable. Oh, I'm not going to extend this cable because there is this fence in the way. Alright, fence is now out of the way. Let's extend cable to exporter. And then you're gonna get a bucket. Of brine. Change this to fluids, export brine. You should be filling with brine. Excellent. And then I'm going to, I left my speed upgrades downstairs. Mention. There they are. Speed upgrades. Okay. Here we go. These now go back up to the 3rd floor. Mansion. 3rd floor. And back outside. And hop out the window. Whoop. Alright, so now you are feeding water in. And now you are feeding brine in. Lovely. Okay, so now you have brine. And we need to give you some temperature boost. So we're going to do the same thing that we did to you. We're going to give you some solar boost. So we're going to do solar, craft 4 of these. And it's going to take a bit because that's 88 of these. That's a lot. Let's make sure we have some upgrades in that machine before we start making a lot. Because that's going to take a while otherwise. Let's see. That is the metallurgic infuser. Let's see over here. That's on the other side of the machine. No. No. Where is the metallized? Pressure enrichment chamber. Purifying. Electrolytic separator. Rotary condenser. Purification chamber. Rotary condenser. Metallurgic infuser. There you are. I'm like trying to figure out where did I put you? There's where I put you. Okay, you can get some speed upgrades. And you currently have 3 speed and 4 energy. So, okay, so you do have some upgrades in you. Muffling, filter, gas. I've got energy and speed upgrades at the ready. So looks like we can put in 1 more speed. Come here. 1 more speed. Okay, that gives us 4 and 4. If we put in too many, it doesn't cooperate with its friends. We don't like that. So there is that. Crusher, you have 1 energy. So let's do 3 more energy. And then 4 speed. Alright, who else are ones we are likely to use? Can see us using you. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of you. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of you. Alright, this is the stuff we were using for making oxygen. You don't have any recipes. You have that recipe. You've got that recipe. You don't have a recipe. You're HDPE related. You're HDPE. I think most of the rest of these are HDPE related, so we're probably okay. Although, where does this one have its crafter? Oh, do I have that one set up back at the lighthouse still? No, it's not there. No, none of those are Mekanism. It has to be where it is. No, those are where all the Mekanism machines are. I don't see a... Maybe I'm just blind. I didn't see a crafter attached to it. Oh! Because it's up here. That's right. I have to run it through the barrel to get... Yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay. Alright, so... I've now lost my train of thought. Choo-choo. Which is not hard to do. I know. Lithium dust. We're looking at making lithium dust. Oh, the power. That's what we're looking for, the solar power. We need 4 of these to put on top. I'm sitting there looking at it going, what was I making again? I can't remember. That's right. I'm making the solar generators to put on top to make the lithium. Once it makes the lithium, then it goes into the chemical crystallizer, which I have right here. So I just need to hook up the chemical crystallizer on the side over here. And it's going to need some power. Or just a thought. Changing thought. Alright. We've got our brine in here. It's going to make us lithium once it gets hot enough, right? Then I'll be able to export the lithium. Because it'll be liquid, right? Because then I just have to process the lithium through a chemical crystallizer to get the dust. I can export the lithium back into my system and hook the chemical crystallizer back up over here in my main system and export the lithium over here. Then I don't have to set up a separate power area over there because it'll just be set up here. We just have to set this up. Here. And then we can do an exporter and an importer. Once I have liquid lithium available to push in there. I think that'll work. And have anything to produce because it's too cold. And I don't believe it will get warm enough in daylight. Sounds good. There's 3 of the 4 are done. Let's go ahead and get those up there. I'll put them in the 4 corners. Alright, so one's gonna go here. And one's gonna go here. And one's gonna... Oh, wait. Hang on. Time out again. I need to set it up so that these are facing this way. That's going that way. And is there enough room here for these to fit? Oh no, is it? Hang on. Whew! Okay. Now that's not getting 100% coverage because of the roof. It may be okay though. We may be getting enough from the other 3. Okay, here's this one. And same thing here. There's that. Okay, so now these are going to make power. Now what I did over there is I hooked up a resistant heater with another valve to make this go hotter. So we should be able to do the same thing here. If I put these in there and make sure I got the right name. It is a resistive heater. Here. Make another valve. Here. And we'll put this here. Oh. Pick up my loose blocks. Okay. And then now we can make the resistive heater. Resistive heater. Here. We need to make a steel casing. And we need to make an energy tablet. Oop, what are we missing? 2 infused alloys. Okay, infused alloys here. Make 2 of you. That should not take long. 1, 2. There's that. Resistive heater. Go. Okay, so then we put this here. And then we take our cables and we go you, and connect them here. So then we're basically using whatever power these generate. The heat is going into making the liquid lithium. The power they generate is going into here to make more heat. And then this will set to, whatever do we have this set to? We have this set to 500. Let's do the same thing here. We'll make this 500 FE a tick. And that should drive the heat up here. And there you can see the lithium coming in. Vroom, 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 vroom. In fact, now we've made so much lithium, there is nowhere for it to go. So now we need we're going to end up in the same problem of having a ton of lithium. Interesting. Okay, I need another importer. This importer is going to go here, and this is going to be a fluid. And then we're going to go up my bucket, get my liquid lithium, get over here, up, here, liquid lithium. Okay, so now the liquid lithium comes out, and that's now available in our system. Alright, so now we've got Okay, it wants lithium versus liquid lithium. So I need to rotary condensator it first before it comes here. So let's make another rotary. Oh, that's weird. I'm sure I had a recipe for this. Didn't I? I could have sworn I did. Somehow I did not. Okay. Carrie, very confused. Rotary condensator. Boom. Boom. And now I'm out of patterns. Pattern. Here. Here. Advantage of having all the recipes in one area. They're easy to find. And you can see my fluid drive has already filled back up. That one still has lots and lots of room. Rotary condensator. We need one of you, please. I don't think we're going to need liquid lithium in its form. I think everything's going to need the lithium in its dust form. I think. So it should be that we're going to have the rotary condensator here going into the chemical crystallizer here. And then that needs to be powered like that. So then here, I need a exporter. So here, and I'm exporting fluid lithium here, and I'm deconcentrating liquid lithium into lithium. And then we're doing fluids outputting to the right. And then this is going to be gases. No. Liquid lithium. Yes, gases. No, that's right. Input. I think I have the machine backwards, so we need to rotate it. am I missing? Gases? Oh. Gases. Output. There we go. Got it. Got it, got it, got it, got it. I was on the wrong tab on the other machine. There we go. Lithium dust. Okay, so then that, I need a importer. Start. And do this. Then that goes there. That goes there. So then it should, I do this, items, wait, items, output on the top. No. Okay. Let's put it over here. Here. Items, output to the right. Output. Output there. Items eject is on. Importer items. Why aren't you pulling the lithium dust out? Left output. Left is output. Eject items is on. There isn't an infused type, and these aren't slurries or pigments. Are decidedly items. That's an input. That's an output. Okay. Don't break the floor. How about... metallurgic infuser. Oh, and you have no upgrades. Oh dear. Need to fix that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's right, there's 3 of these, I forgot. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at me remembering upgrades. Woohoo! Progress. Progress. No, not now, Thomas. We're busy. I'm trying to figure out how do I get... This is coming out of the barrel into here. So can I do... Alright, what if we did this... This... We did item... output to the top, and do items, do. Why can I get this? This machine will not output. Alright, how about if I put a... If I put a barrel on top of here, and I do this, and I do this. That worked! Okay, so now the question is, can I get stuff from the barrel into the system? This I should be able to do. Because now I should be able to take my importer. Where did my importer go? Importer? Importer. Where did my importer go? Importer. It fell down the floor. It did. I fixed it. Okay. So now I should be able to come up here. Stand here. Now I should be able to take the importer, put it on top here. Oop. Top here. And then connect the importer to here. And say I would like to import the lithium dust quickly. Please? Why is it not importing? are connected to the system, right? I do not know why this is being difficult. Let's try doing it this way. Not elegant, but do I see the lithium dust this way? Yes, lithium dust is 66. I'll take it. It works. The lithium dust is visible to me. Boom, boom. Energy upgrades. Okay, we'll take that. Okay, so now this is the induction matrix. Basically, big battery. It would not be a bad idea to build a great big battery next to the SPS for making antimatter so that we can start saving up power for when we actually have this in production, so we can just dump a ton of power into it. So these are induction cells, and these are induction providers. So the question is, maybe from quest rewards, have we gotten any of these? Well, I have the providers already set up as a recipe. So let's just start with a basic provider and then get the cell recipes in here. So induction cell. So here is the basic cell, the advanced cell, the elite cell, and the ultimate cell. And we'll add those. I must have needed that for another purpose because they're not in our mechanism collection of recipes. So we'll do a basic cell. I'll touch the provider. Come on, cell. Let's go. Move it along. We've only got 30 minutes left of our stream. I do not feel like we've got as much done as we could have. There's that. Boom. 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 Ultimate pressure tube. We'll take those. Boom. Boom. Okay. So this is actually building the induction matrix and completing the matrix. So let's actually work on that in a minute. Let's try and get suited up for working on the reactors. We have to worry about radiation. Yay. So much fun. Hazmat suits. We need hazmat mask, which of course we need to make sure we have 2 in case we have Grinch helping us. We need him to be suitably protected, of course. We can't risk Grinch getting injured. Oh, look, I have all this more mechanism stuff down here. Look at me go. Alright, and then we've got hazmat leggings, 1 and 2, hazmat boots, 1 and 2. That takes care of that. We'll put the hazmat suits in here. Won't need them quite yet, because I'm not doing the radioactive stuff at the moment, but having that on standby is a good thing. Okay, fission reactor building basics, the casings and the materials. So this is, okay, so this is going to be the reactor. So this is going to generate which reactor is this one? This one is the fission reactor. This is the one that we're going to use for fissile. No. Yeah, this is the one that uses fissile fuel. They're having us build the reactor, then build the fuel that produces it. And then the output of that reactor is what generates the nuclear waste that we're going to convert into this. We did all of this in Ragnamod 7 just to get a little bit of antimatter. This wasn't like a primary power source or anything like that. In fact, we did a lot of the plutonium and polonium. We did all that early stuff with alchemistry rather than going the nuclear route. Which, it would be nice if we could get antimatter the alchemistry route. Nope. We cannot. It's fine. Okay, so fission reactor casing and reactor glass. So, fission reactor casing. Here, here. And then we need the reactor glass. Do this. And the last of the regional finals is 23 to 15 Auburn, which is the outcome I want. I want Auburn to win this game. So far it is going according to plan. We need Auburn to win this game. That would make me very, very happy. Okay, so here's the, what is that? Enriched iron? Enriched iron. Ooh, that's different. Enriched iron. Recipe for enriched iron. Carbon, iron, make enriched iron. Okay, so that goes in the metallurgic infuser. Okay, wait a minute. Put that back in there. I need a coal Why is that set to fluids? No, not 64. One coal with 1 iron to make that. That looks better. Okay. So over here, what? Ugh, I wish these were not invisible. It drives me nuts. Okay, these two are empty. So this one and this one. That's the reactor glass and the casing. Then that one needs to go into a metallurgic infuser. Which now I gotta find the metallurgic infuser. We have a lot of machines. Like, a lot of machines. Metallurgic infuser. Oh, wait, I won't find a metallurgic infuser. It's just gonna show up as barrel, isn't it? Right, these oak netherite barrels. These are metallurgic infusers. So we're gonna put it with this one. Okay, so now this one is gonna be 44 of the casings. So fission casing here, I need 44. Go. And then the glass, I need 50. So reactor casings, that's already done. Reactor casings, this glass we need 50. Now that's going to take longer because it has to make the iron. District disagrees about what, it taking longer? It's gonna take longer. See, it's only made 4 so far. This was done like instantly. Oh, the antimatter and alchemy? I wish it was possible via alchemy. Or alchemistry. I'd much rather do stuff via alchemistry. You have to remember, in Ragnamod 7, I did the chaos via the dust instead of fighting the chaos dragon. I wanted nothing to do with that dragon. We saved it for the finale after we had finished the pack, and then we had to have District come rescue us because we were not able to beat the dragon. So, yeah. Which was frankly our own fault because we didn't actually make draconic weapons that had any bite to them. So, yeah. But then everyone told us, it's fine. You're going to be immune to him and be immortal. And it's like, yeah, not so much. Since I died twice. District got all the antimatter he needed, like, so quickly, and I just know ours is going to be a very slow grind. Because I know I think he's done or almost done with all of the compressed blocks, and we are nowhere near being done with our compressed blocks yet. I need to set up the builder in the mining dimension so I can get endstone and or not endstone, dirt and netherrack, and use that to supplement my compressed blocks. because I thought that was a really smart idea. I haven't gotten around to that yet. I have lots of things on the to-do list, and yeah, not speedy at getting them done. Ooh, an advanced tier installer. Nice. Okay, so now we have to do the things that go on the inside of the reactor. So this is the fuel control, the ports, and the don't blow up, please. So you don't want that. Okay, so we need 2 fission fuel assemblies. Fission fuel assembly. So this one, and then the other thing is a control rod assembly. Control. That would also be nice. I would not mind an antimatter B. Even if it's only like percentage chances, that would be better than doing this. I enjoy the bees more. That didn't take long. The bees are much more enjoyable to me. Although now I have to go and get that Hellfire bee, and that may involve squishing bees, and we know Akumidori does not like squishing bees. Not her favorite thing. Fission port. We need to make 4 of these. We'll bring that up, and here, fission port. We need 4 of you. That would be cool. How about an antimatter bee? Wouldn't that be lovely? Antimatter bee? No. Nothing. We did have the nuclear waste bee last pack, but it was, if anything, slower than the other way. I'm like, okay, there's 4 of those. Like that. Boom, boom, boom. Elite tier installer. Nice. And we already have this one done. Boom, boom. Gives me some steel. Then we need reactor failsafe. So that is fission reactor logic adapter. Fission reactor logic adapter. So wait, one. Only gonna need 1. Boom, boom, boom. And, okay, I am getting tasks completed from all over the place, and I don't know for what purpose. Okay. Oh, from down here. Oh, circuit breaker. Yes. This is the how to sound an alarm if your reactor is going wonky. We need 2 adapters. 2. Let's see. Whoops. Here. Logic adapters. So here. Oh, more tubes. Nice. Take that. So that is showing us one of the faces will want to put a logic adapter down, skip a block above it, place another adapter. Set the top adapter to activation and the bottom adapter to damage critical. Next, in front and underneath the bottom adapter, place any building block and stick a piece of redstone on it, leading from the adapter. Then we'll place a piston facing up in front of that redstone, and then place our piece of sand or gravel on that piston. For the final part of our breaker, place the observer with the face pointing outwards towards the piston setup. Whenever the reactor has critical damage, it will then activate the bottom adapter, causing the redstone to get a signal, which then activates the piston and pushes up the gravel sand. This will activate the observer, which then turns off the reactor. Oh goodness. That sounds complicated. Very important, but complicated. You definitely want the reactor to turn itself off. Okay, how have we not touched a sink? Surely we have touched a sink. I've made sinks. I've used sinks. There, sink. Oh, nice. That'll come in handy. Alright, so then we have fissile fuel production. The fissile reactor needs fissile fuel to run. If you look up fissile fuel right now in JEI, I bet you'll get overwhelmed with everything you need to make it. It's okay, you've got this. Let's take it one step at a time. It all boils down to creating uranium hexafluoride. Oh, yes, it's all you need is uranium hexafluoride. That's all. To do this, let's focus on making two gases, hydrofluoric acid and uranium oxide. So basically you have two production chains that meet in the middle to make your uranium hexafluoride. That part is accurate. Okay, so let's get a few things out of our inventory here. So you're out of the way. You and you are out of the way. Put you out of the way. Close you. We should probably take you, put you away, put the bucket away, put you away, put you in there. Probably should, first of all, check these, see how we're doing here. 3 of those, 2 of those, 4 of those. I mean, we're not getting anywhere fast on these. 3 of those. Take all of this and move it over to the other dirt. Boom, 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 boom. Hey there, JC. Welcome back. I'm up to 6. 6 and I need 15 times 18. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Okay, so let's see. How do we want to do this? Let's set up the reactor over here. The reactor, where is... So it's a 5x5x5 reactor. So we've got our... this and this. And we're doing a 5x5x5. So... take that down. We've got... So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. My crafts use some of my reactor casings. Oh, I wonder if I can use reactor casings on the floor. No, surely casings need to be solid. Let's make some more casings. Let's make so in the center, see 2. So we get 2 of these in the center, boom, boom, and then this bad boy here goes on top, right? Okay, so we got inside that 2 of them, control rod right on top. Okay, got that. Alright, so then ins and outs needs a minimum of 4. 1 coolant input and output, 1 fuel input, and 1 waste output. Okay, so we're going to do here. So let's do on this side. Put 2 over here, 1 there, 1 there. And then we'll do oop. 1 there and 1 there. And then I need the where's my mechanism tool? I just had you. Where did you go? Isn't in my inventory. There you are. Alright, so rich. Why is this not changing? Nope, that breaks it. Configured using the configurator. I'm using the configurator. Change the type on the wrench. I'm on the wrench. Should it be fluid? No? Wrench, rotate. Ah! Output waste. Output coolant. Alright. Input only. Alright, so we have those two are input. These two are the two outputs. Lovely. Thank you, JC. And boom, boom, boom. Alright. Logic adapters. Set up here in the back. Whoops. Oh. One here. One here. And then a glass. Oops. Alright, so there's those. Didn't I set up making more casings? Shouldn't they... Did I use up all the extra casings I made already and I'm still short? That doesn't make sense. There's none in there. My shield. There's none in there. How am I still short casings? Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. 5. I am a 5 by 5. This is wrong. I've got glass running across the top here. Come on. Somehow I ended up with like way too few casings. And I have no idea why. Okay. We have our completed multi-block. It is done. It obviously cannot run because it does not have any fuel yet. We can do the first input, which is the water. Which that would come off with the sink here. And we will use the highest tiered. Not the tube. It's the, what is it? It's the pipe, right? Pipe. You. One of you. And then, boom, boom. Alright, so then that will get it full of water. So we'll have that piece done. Then the other piece will be the fuel. And we will prepare the fuel out here. And it's going to feed into that port. Hello, little firefly, you're so adorable. Oh, I love fireflies. Okay. So we're going to have sulfuric acid, which, oh, you should have made that already for tier 4. Well, we haven't, but we should be able to make it easily enough, theoretically. And then uranium, we have to take uranium ingots, which we have, and turn it into... Oh my gosh, what was... Excuse you? Seriously. How dare you hurt that innocent little bee? You are a mean and not nice thing. Hello, you poor little guy. Be free. Be free. I'm so sorry that skeleton hurt you. Poor baby. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Oh my gosh. That was terrible. Absolutely terrible. And for some reason, my alarm did not go off at 5 o'clock. Well, that is not good for Akumadori. She's going to want to get picked up. Well, the good news is we got the reactor built. So now it's on to fuel production. So between GregTech and Mekanism Fuel, I have lots to work on between now and the next time we see each other. So I have one order on the knitting board. I have gotten the color information. So waiting to see what color they want before I can knit it. But otherwise, I am caught up. So hopefully we will be able to have some more midweek streams. We will see. I know Grinch has some projects he needs to do this week, so I don't think we are going to have anything going on. So that means more stream time for me. So I hope you enjoyed our adventures today. Thank you, Potox, again for the trade and getting us one step closer to finishing the artifacts chapter. And we will... Oops. Continue our adventures in All the Mods 9 next time. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Thank you, Avi Navy. Thank you, Calix. Thank you, Naga. Thank you again, Potox. Thank you, everybody. We will see you next time for more All the Mods 9. Bye!